Hey everybody. So we are going to be talking about ways to keep our kids engaged and learning through things that we might have in our house. So I'm guessing a lot of families probably have a deck of cards, and I know a lot of the kids like cereal, and Cheerios happens to be a favorite of a lot of kids. My daughter happens to like Frosted Cheerios. So with your deck of cards, if you have one, the first thing you're going to do is you only want the numbers. So you're going to pull out all of the jacks and the queens and the kings and push those off to the side. You only want all of the numbers. So pull out the suit of the royal family. Okay. So get like that. Okay, then the cereal pieces are for counting. So if your child is on some kind of a restricted diet, you do not need to use cereal, but this one is always fun because then they can always eat the pieces after. So you can use anything you have in your house for counters. They could be game pieces. They could be, if you do have some kind of math counters like cubes or buttons or cotton balls or pennies or anything like that. Okay, so then you're gonna take your deck of cards, and these games have maybe some names that you've called them in the past when you were growing up, but each person is going to flip over one of their cards, and you're just going to play like a game of who has the bigger number. So we've been talking a lot about that in class, of bigger numbers. So if they know that 9 is the bigger number than 3, they can take them. But if they don't know, this is where those pieces come in. So you're going to show that you put 3 cereal pieces down. So 1, 2, 3, and this is great. Or they could even just count the pictures that are on the card, or they can put the cereal pieces. So then when they count 3 and 9, that will help them. And then the person with the bigger number gets to take, and then you can eat the cereal pieces or put them back in the bowl. So this is a great game to play. It gets them taking turns, it gets them looking at the numbers, and it gets them counting. So again, cards are great because you can count these pictures, or again, you can use something like a cereal piece or something like that to count. Okay, so I hope this is another idea and a way to help you that this is for math and taking turns, so we can check off a lot of those boxes. So going along with that game we just saw of taking the greater number, you can also use these cards for doing addition or even subtraction. So same thing, you want to pull out the ace, the jack, the queen, and you only want the numbers. So make sure you pull those out. When your child is just starting, it's also good to bring down the smaller numbers so that their total is less than 10. So if you just pull out, the 2s and the 3s, if you can finagle it, and you could, put a 7 and a 3, you can choose the numbers that your child can add together. Or if you're just wanting it to be a game where they just randomly flip over cards, make sure you pick those smaller ones. Because right now, at this age, if they're just beginning, 9 plus 8, that's a lot. So depending on your child's level, you can just start with 2 plus 3. Okay. You can see if you want to do like a 3 plus 7, because again, that is less than 10 if they're needing to use their fingers. Or if they can count up to those higher numbers, you can pull those out. Okay, so cards are always great, like we said in the other one, because they can actually touch and count these pictures. Or if you need to go get some physical things for them to hold, just like in the other clip, the video, the suggestions are to get some pennies, some cotton balls, some cereal pieces, dried beans. You'd obviously have to make sure that they don't eat those, but they are great for holding and counting. So just like you would in a normal math problem, you can do them up and down the tall way, or you can do them side to side. So for the first one, we do 2 plus 3, and you tell them we're going to count them all together. Try to use those math terms of all together. So we have them count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so again, if you're doing this one, 7 plus 3, how many all together? And make sure that they, you know, if they're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, show them how to touch each picture. It's amazing how sometimes we take that for granted and don't realize that sometimes their little fingers go faster than what they're counting. So make them go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Say keep going. 8, 9, 10. So these are a good suggestion because I know a lot of people have playing cards. You can also find them in a lot of easy places. Walgreens, Publix sometimes has them. So in their, you know, dollar store, of course. So just another idea to help with adding, and then later on subtracting. That one is a little trickier and you're going to need some pieces for that one. So we'll do that in another video. So have a great day. Bye.